On this episode, it's all about Kenya's first digital and print hair and beauty magazine and directory. Let's live out loud with Rembesha Kenya next. Hello and welcome to Sheila Lives Out Loud. I'm glad you're here. I hope you clicked subscribe. If you haven't, please make sure you do and hit notifications so you catch up with every episode that we upload every Monday. My name is Sheila Mwanyigha and we're living out loud today with Rembesha Kenya. Rembesha Kenya is a company I started, and this year we celebrate our first anniversary. It truly is an exciting time for me as an entrepreneur and as an individual who's interested in the Kenyan hair and beauty industry. What is Rembesha? I'd like to walk you through our story, so walk with me. Rembesha the magazine was born out of an idea that I had back in the year 2007. As most women do, we go to hairdressers and salons and spas and we pick up magazines, take a look at them and then tell our hairdressers, oh, I want my hair to look like this, or I want my hair color to look like this. And all these magazines that we would look at were magazines that weren't from Kenya. They'd all be international magazines depicting international models, international trends. But where would you find information on products and services that were 100% Kenyan? We are a print and digital platform. We print copies of the magazine and distribute them to salons, spas, and select pharmacies and beauty shops across the country that is Kenya. We started out with distribution in Nairobi and have since branched out to Mombasa, Thika, Kiambu, and hopefully in the next few months we'll get to Nakuru, Eldoret, and Kisumu. Rembesha is the platform that allows product makers and service providers to share their information, to market their goods and services to clients who are looking to connect with them. If you think about the Kenyan hair and beauty industry, it's worth billions, but many times we end up spending money and not getting the kind of value that we've paid for. So coming up with Rembesha was just simply about saying to the Kenyan consumers that, hey, there's some amazing stylists, there's some amazing products that are available right here in Kenya that are just as good as any international brands and will work even better, if not just as well as these brands that you've been exposed to. So in creating Rembesha, we were affording all these stylists and product makers an opportunity to be seen, to be heard, to be experienced, and to also grow their businesses. Other than just being a platform for marketing, Rembesha is also a resource. We have Kenya's first comprehensive directory that contains a listing of hairdressers, stylists. We've got spas, salons, beauty shops that are registered to practice in the city of Nairobi. What we wanted to do was not only just allow you a guide and a center. We are online. Our website contains that directory. We wanted you to be able to find the providers that you were looking for, the products that you were looking for in as quick a manner as possible. Also, in being a resource, our research in the Kenyan hair and beauty industry helped us understand that poaching is a great problem among stylists in the city. One finds a good hairdresser today, but then they're 5,000 or 3,000 or 10,000 or 20,000 bob away from being poached by somebody else. And so we wanted to try and standardize the hiring processes and practices within the hair industry. How would we do that? By allowing stylists a platform to look for work. Say you had already graduated and you had qualifications. You could put up your skill and put yourself out there and market yourself to finding a place where you would be happy to work. Conversely, if you had just set up a salon or a spa, or you had a resource problem, maybe you were expanding and were in need of new labor, then you could tap into Rembesha and put up an ad there to find the help that you were looking for. In this way, you wouldn't have to poach, you wouldn't have to antagonize another salon owner, and you would be helping the industry standardize itself and elevate. Because most industries, yes, poaching is a reality, but not to the extent that it is in the Kenyan hair and beauty industry. And hopefully with Rembesha, we can streamline that. Rembesha is not for sale. We encourage clients who find a copy of Rembesha to pick up that magazine and go home with it. It's a resource that gives you information on who's doing what and who's providing what. So we only charge the advertisers who are in the magazine to find space in the magazine, and we've got different packages for different sizes. We know some are brand new businesses that are just starting out, so we allow them space at a tiny budget and the ability to market themselves to a wider network. So it is free for the consumer, but for the advertiser, you get to give us a little something. Finding support for Rembesha was always one of the challenges that I thought would be impossible to surmount, but I was pleasantly surprised to speak with a few ladies and gentlemen within the Kenyan hair and beauty industry who wholeheartedly supported Rembesha and even walked with me right from launch. I've got to say thank you to Rapunzel Hair Affair Salon. They've walked with me consistently. And of course, my very first client, Moira Matu from Touch of Style, for listening to my idea and saying, you know what, girl, I believe in what you're doing, and being my very first client. I remember skipping home and thinking to myself, wow, I made a sale. It was the very first Rembesha sale, and I'll never forget that. Of course, we've had the support of not only just emerging established hair businesses, we've also had heritage brands like Darling, and we've had Marini Naturals join us at our launch. There's so many wonderful people who've provided us support. For instance, Neem Pharmacy is a place where you can pick up copies of Rembesha every month. They allow us to put our magazines in there, and clients and consumers are always happy to find issues there. In any business, finding people who will walk with you and support you is always going to be a challenge, but if you don't find them immediately as you start your business, it doesn't mean they're not there. It just means you have to go further. You've got to widen your networks. And if your idea is solid enough, you're definitely going to tap in to people who want to go where you're going. And so I say thank you to everyone who has listened to us, who has provided space for us to distribute the magazine, and who's all about hair and beauty and just being better. Not necessarily competing with others, but just being better. When we set up operations for Rembesha, it was very important for all of us to take advantage of the social media space. With technological and digital advancements, we understood the importance of being online to connect with your consumers, with your clients, and to also market yourself to bigger markets. And in the 1 year since we got started, Rembesha has grown phenomenally. We've got a community of more than 100,000 subscribers on our Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook platforms. We do not know how to say thank you to everyone who subscribed and followed and liked, but from the bottom of our hearts, we're very, very grateful. Bigger, better things are coming. And of course, in growing this community, it means for all our clients, you're accessing an even bigger market. Where are we going to be in another year's time? If we continue with the race as we've been running, I see 250,000, but then again, it could be more. The Rembesha community is largely women. It comprises of men as well, because we understand looking good cuts across the gender line. And we're very glad for that support. Most of our numbers fall between the 18 and 34 year age gap. And this is a very socially upwardly mobile group of people. They're aspirational and they want the good life. They take care of themselves. They're all about looking for great value for money, and they're online, constantly checking and always open to trying out new experiences. Still looking at our online community, especially on our social media, over the past year we have grown and are currently enjoying excellent reach when it comes to our posts and the content that we share with our community. In any given week on our social media space, we are guaranteed a post reach of up to 150,000 people. And that's on a somewhat slow week. On faster weeks, we go as far as 195,000 people. We communicate, we connect with an audience that is present and an audience that is ready to engage. The Rembesha website hasn't been left behind. We have expanded to include our directory online and have started to take up articles from beauty bloggers who are established and those who are breaking ground in the industry and giving them an opportunity to share their insights on hair and beauty to the Kenyan market. If you're a blogger and you're looking for an opportunity to be seen and read and heard, then the Rembesha website is where you need to be. In the past year, as Rembesha, there is much that we have achieved and much to be proud of. Top of mind, of course, is scooping the Salon Magazine of the Year at the 2016 Kenya Hair and Beauty Contest 2016 Salon Business Awards. It was definitely a phenomenal moment for all of us. We'd been in operation for such a short space of time, but we were already making an impact in the salon industry right here in Kenya. Of course, we look forward to more achievements and more awards, but we've got to earn them, and that's exactly what we're working on. In listing our accomplishments, I cannot forget to mention being a part of the Kenya Fashion Awards 2016 and doing our part towards creating awareness and stirring up the local design market. We were able to showcase emerging designers, student designers, and also established designers as part of the awards. We look forward to partnering with KFA for even more awards in the future, but we were also especially thrilled to be a part of the inaugural Mr. and Miss Albinism pageant as part of their Beauty Beyond Skin campaign. So that's Rembesha Kenya in a nutshell. There's so much more I could tell you, but when it comes to stories, it's always much better to be a part of a story than to hear about it. So in a moment, I'll let you know how you can be a part of Team Rembesha, but I have to acknowledge an amazing group of people who've helped make this happen. I may have had the idea, but bringing it to life has taken a village. Really, it has. To everybody on Team Rembesha, and you're so many, I mean, I don't even know where you all came from. It started with one, but here you all are. Thank you for giving your time, your expertise, your prayers, your support. It's not an easy journey being an entrepreneur. It can be lonely, but thank you for assisting me, for listening to me, for supporting me, and for helping me birth this beautiful, beautiful dream to life. Hoping that we can even do bigger things in the future, because we've come this far, there's even further to go. To every client that has spent money, that has committed to the vision and the dream that is Rembesha, thank you. I pray that people will support your businesses as well in the same way that you've supported mine. I want to say thank you to Jane Akwino Okoth, Damaris Toe, Neem Pharmacy. I mean, the list of people that I can thank is endless, including the individual stylists, manicurists, masseuses, everybody who has spent any time and money on Rembesha. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Here's to a journey that we've begun. Let's continue pushing. Let's continue building businesses that are viable. And it is a place worth being in. I can't think of anything more beautiful than the beauty industry. Get in touch with us as Rembesha. We've got the softest and most affordable rates anywhere in the market, and we give you value for every shilling that you spend. Join us and team with us as we mark our first anniversary to our online community. Thank you for your support. Remember to share, tell a friend, share again, tell a friend, share again. You get the drill, so we can grow the community. Here's to Rembesha and a wonderful year that it has been. If you'd like to be on board in whatever capacity, give us a call and let's Rembesha Kenya together. Here's to you, Rembesha.